All right, let's go ahead and get started. Notice we're going to be working and making and using graphs right here. Instead of 4 highlighters, you actually need 3. All right, let's go ahead and start with the first one. And we're going to go to the basics right here. So let's start with the first highlighter. And notice what it says. A vertical axis is the y-axis. So this is going to be the y-axis. Okay? And notice I'm highlighting in yellow. This is the y-axis. Okay? And this is going to be showing the ice cream consumption, and this is the vertical line. The x, and we'll put that right here, the y-axis. Next, let's go ahead and go to the x-axis. Okay, and notice the x-axis is a horizontal line, this one right here. Okay, and notice that one tells the temperatures in degrees. Now let's look at what this is. If you notice right here, this is temperature in degrees. In other words, as the day gets hotter, people eat more ice cream. Okay, and this is consumption per day. All right, where both of them meet, it's right here, that is the origin. So the y-axis is yellow, the x-axis in this case is pink, and where they meet is the origin. Okay, so let's look at point A, and we're going to place that right here. Okay, this is point A. Okay, point A shows that 5 gallons, and in this case, if you notice, it's 5 gallons. 5 gallons of ice cream are consumed. And by the way, this should be written in ink. Not confused, consumed. In a day when the temperature is 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's look at that. It's very cold, not as much people are going to be eating ice cream. So in this case, when the temperature is 40, only 5 gallons of ice cream are consumed. So now let's change pens over here. And let's say that point B is right here. Okay? As the temperature gets hotter, in this case 80 degrees, we eat more ice cream. So point B shows that 20 gallons of ice cream are consumed in a day when the temperature is 80 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, so let's move on to interpreting data graphs. This is a scatter diagram, okay? A scatter diagram, that's when they give you, in this case, look, it's the year 2000, 2001, 2002. On the x-axis, it's income, average income Americans, okay? Over here, it's expenditure. Expenditure means money spent. So let's look at the year 2010. And in this case, they gave you, okay, in the year 2000, this is the income, 26,000, and expenditure was 24,000. Let's go to the year 2010. In the year 2010, if you notice, the income is, let's go this way. The income is 36,183, and the expenditure, money spent, equals 32,758. I want you to notice the trend. As you make more money is spent, and it only makes sense. If you take a cut in pay, you can't spend as much money. Okay? So we're done with that one. This one is another one. Okay? And here's the x-axis, and in this case the cell phone subscribers, and over here the average monthly bill. And you're going to be seeing that as the bill cost goes down, you're going to see that more people are going to be getting cell phones. So I'm not going to write that down, but in this case, with the information you were given, again, as the price or the cost of the cell phone goes down, the average monthly bill, you have more people subscribing to it. Now let's look at this kind of time series graph. You'll see, and you see this a lot in the Dow Jones. What you need to do is, like for example, right here, if you notice, it's rising slowly. Okay. Right here, if you notice, it's falling slowly. Okay. If you notice, this is the low, that's the lowest point. Over here, this is low point. This is the high point. Right here, if you notice, this is rising high. And right here, this is falling high or falling fast. Okay, that's what you need to know about the time series graph. Over here, you have what is called a cross-section graph. And the important thing to remember about this is they use bars and not dots and lines. Okay? The length of the bar indicates the participation rate. And what we mean by that is, if you notice, you have different exercises with exercise, walking, working with equipment, swimming, bicycle, and if you notice, the one that is the most popular, the people that participate the most, is walking, and then equipment, swimming, you know, and this is the way this kind of cross-section graph works. All right? Thank you very much.